But, today is unique. I have a clicker in my hand. You guys see that, right? I got to keep popping my collar. They told me, they said, listen, silk don't hold like cotton, so every now and then you may have to raise it. I'm like, man, why did I wear a silk shirt then? My outfit is inspired by Daniel Camaro and Cesar Munoz, you see? I've been watching these guys, I'm like, okay, all right, I got a little swag too. You ain't the only one got swag. All right? But I have a clicker in my hand. This is the first time you've ever seen me with a clicker. I don't do PowerPoints. I don't do slides. I speak very animated, so I speak in pictures so that you can understand what I'm talking about, but today's different. Today we're celebrating today. Today's a birthday, a very special birthday. So happy birthday. Anybody out there with the birthday today? Happy birthday to you. But also, it's iBoomerang's birthday today, where this baby is being born. It's been in labor for 29 years. 29 years, this idea has been in labor. And today, all around the world, we give birth to something that's special. I want to share a couple of concepts with you and talk to you today about a few things. I want to share a couple of things about why. Why iBoomerang is what I want to talk to you about. I want to share with you the why behind this company. The what is very easy, and we'll talk about the what, but the why is so significant, and I want to share with you a couple things about where we've been. Where this industry's been, 29 years in the making. You guys know a little of my story, and I'll share some of it as I go through this presentation, but where have we been? Where has this industry been? I believe the industry has been stuck. One of the reasons why iBoomerang exists right now, and it's been this recycling bin. The last 6 decades in network marketing has been this recycling bin of the same idea, the same old jokes, basically slapping a new name on the cover of a compensation plan and saying we've got a new company. That's no different than taking the Atari and putting a brand new label on it, calling it a PS3. It doesn't work that way. And because I've been around so long, I wanted to see what could we do different, because I realized that something was not right in this industry, and I'll explain that to you in a little bit. But what I want you to understand right now is, where are we now? The industry in the past has been this recycling bin. Same products, same jokes, same comp plans. Nothing new, nothing different. Same results, same statistics. Where are we now? We're in an age right now where people want better information. The social selling concept right now is much different than how it was before in network marketing. Things have changed drastically. One of the things I looked at and I said, what we don't want over here is to do the same thing that every other company looked to do. When I looked at the industry of network marketing, everybody talked about market share. We want to grab market share, market share, market share. And if you continue to do the same things that people have done the last 60 years, you end up like most of the companies, and that's not what we wanted. I wanted to move from something called market share to something called trust share. See, I believe that if we can capture the trust of your heart and your customers' hearts, we'll set ourselves apart from anybody else who even considers themselves to be a competitor. It's not about market share. That's easy to do. That's an easy goal to set. Trust share. That has everything to do with the foundation of the company. Let's talk about where we're going. Where is the industry going? If you haven't paid attention, and some of you may not have paid attention to the industry, but the industry is changing, and it's this new information age of where network marketing is actually headed towards. And if you pay attention, you'll find that most people are not paying attention. There's a different way to do business today. What we're doing right now is making data-driven decisions. Old companies right now, they limit themselves by being a single market, and this is why so many companies say, well, we set a goal to be a billion-dollar company. A billion. They're so excited about reaching the $1 billion marketplace. And I'm not here being arrogant. I'm very appreciative of where we are, but we never set a goal to do just $1 billion. We've never put that in our plans to do $1 billion because we understand data-driven decisions and how we're doing things differently, and explaining why iBoomerang is so different. What we've done is we've not limited ourselves to just one marketplace. And I'm not here to put any other companies down, but when you see a company say, hey, we launched a skincare company, and for now forever they're almost labeled as a skincare company. I've watched companies in the travel industry label themselves as a travel company, and guess what they've done? They've limited themselves, and anything that they do outside of that, it looks awkward. I watch companies in the nutraceutical business, and they get so in tune to the efficacy of their product that they don't have the ability to expand and capture the marketplace. Customers are different. How do we get there? What we decided to do when I met with the team, I said, what we're not going to do is we're not going to go and take this idea, this concept that we have, and go and ask somebody else. This is when I was talking to Ed. I said, Ed, I can't do it. I can't take this idea and go and ask another person who's a CEO to create our idea. This is so special, this idea that we have, this concept. And so what we've got to do is let's go out there and create the future that nobody's ever seen before. That's what was important, is creating that future that nobody else has seen before. And so while you are part of iBoomerang, while you are a part of the future, I want you to understand that every day in this company is going to get bigger, every day is going to get better. I had to look myself in the mirror one day, and I had to say, I never forget, I was almost self-sabotaging. I had gotten involved, and I started making some success, having some success as a distributor. And what happened is the growth that I had was so big and it was so fast that I almost self-sabotaged, thinking that it was too good to be true. And I'll never forget, I looked in the mirror one day and I said, this is what you've asked for. How many of you have ever gotten on your knees and you've prayed and you said, you asked God to bring something into your life that was going to be revolutionary, right? And here's what happens. When it shows up, most of the time you're afraid of it. And that was almost me. I was almost afraid of the gift that was given to me. And I'll never forget, I was in my bathroom and I looked in the mirror and I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, it's your time. And I need some of you to look yourselves in your selfie camera, look yourselves in the mirror, and I want you to say to yourself, it's your time. Because success is not something that you have to go and find. It's already inside of you. You just got to go out there and figure out a way to bring it out. So I would ask myself this question, even with iBoomerang, why me? Why me? I'm just a guy who's raised in Ponce de Leon Projects, Tampa, Florida. I'm just a guy who's no college degree. A lot of college credits, though. I can loan you some if you need some credit. I got plenty of credits to give away, a lot of them. Why me? Why me? And I thought about it. And I thought about my experiences. I thought about my first 7 years of not making more than $500 a month for 7 years. And you know what that let me know? That I resonate with you. There's some of you out there, you hadn't made your first $500. And there's some of you out there that I saw you. I saw the video of you sleeping outside, hundreds of you sleeping outside so you can get that front row seat right there. I know who you are. I know who you guys are. I saw you guys out there sleeping outside. I saw you. I said the future needs somebody who understands what the past was. I said, I know how it feels. I know how, see, we know how it feels to come to this event and have our little igloo, cooler with our sandwiches in it because we didn't have money to eat. We know how it felt to have 17 people in one hotel room. Mattresses on the floor, fellas box springs, ladies, the mattress, the smallest pen gets the restroom. And that's where I slept. Me and my 2 people that I brought to the event. I know what that feels like. I know exactly what it feels like. Okay? But it's not just embracing the pain of being able to endure hard times. That's not what this is about. It's about being able to recognize and having the empathy of the decisions that many of you made to be here. Many of you made some sacrifices. And what I want you to do is I want this weekend to be about multiplying that sacrifice and making this work. Because the goal is not for you to have to sacrifice and sleep outside to eternity. The goal is for you to be right over here where chairs and tables are waiting for you. That's what the goal is, right? But I know how it feels. I also know how it feels to turn that around. I know what it feels like to have a different set of circumstances. I know what it feels like to become a leader. I know what it feels like to now be able to have my own hotel room. Guys, that's all we wanted. My first 7 years, we never flew. We didn't fly to events. Fly? That was like, what do you mean fly? We drive. It doesn't matter how far. Ed and I can tell you trips that we've taken 30 plus hours. We rented a bus and we were trying to be really cool. And we thought we were going to rent this big bus and on a budget. And they gave us this cheap price and we're like, Ed, dude, it's got 4 wheels. Or maybe 6, I don't know, but let's do this one. And we get there at the bus pickup. And it was a shuttle. A shuttle. A shuttle is designed to shuttle you from airport to the hotel half mile away. We took a shuttle 32 hours one way. And we had a few people who were at the bus stop with us, and the shuttle came. I'm not taking that. No, I'm not doing that. So we understand how to be on the other side of it as well. So when you look at that, the first 7 years, and you look at the last 10 years, what has happened is we've been able to see all of everything that's in between. So I understand how you feel. I understand how y'all feel too. Got all these taxes I got to pay. What am I going to do with all this money? I know how some of that feels too with some of you guys. All right? So we recognize that we've been prepared for it. And we wanted to do something different. Let's talk about where this industry's been. Where have we been? As I told you, the industry's been, I call it the taxi cab age. I'm finding that distributors and network marketing are doing things that they shouldn't have to do. And some of the companies here's what happens. I see that some companies, not just network marketing, they're making too much money doing it the wrong way. Why change and do it the right way? Not iBoomerang, we're just different. Just different. Okay? I can tell you right now, network marketing, one of the hardest things that many of you have ever had to do is make that list of names of friends, family, and relatives and go and sell them something. And no matter how great the product was, I know how you felt when you were calling on the phone. Hey, auntie. So we wanted to change that environment. We changed that environment. We'll talk about how we've changed it. But because of all of those things that you've had to do, make the list and keep up with the organization and make the follow-up calls and do all the things that people have been doing 60 years ago. When I look back at technology and see 60 years, we've advanced in technology, but network marketing is still in the horse and buggy stage. This is why 98% of the people quit. And they find the exit stage. Exit stage left. They come in and they go out. They come in and they go out. Why? The opportunity meeting looks really good until you have to do the work. So what I realized is that network marketing was preying on the things that were your weakness. Many people don't like to sell. Raise your hands if you love to sell. You don't, right? In network marketing, what do they tell you? You got to get in and you got to what? Sell, sell, sell. Sell these products. So what we've done is force people to do things that they don't want to do. And I said, you've got to get good at what you don't like and what you don't want to do in order to make money. That's a problem. That's backwards. Okay? That's backwards. The people who really succeed are the people who find solutions to what some of the world's biggest problems are. What I found is this. I found that majority of you, and specifically all of these people who's up here on these lines right up here, have felt just like this. That was me, wondering, what's wrong with me? Feeling alone, feeling like, is this the right thing for me? Should I go back and get that good job my mom has been telling me about? You sign up one person, and 2 quit. I don't know how that happens, but how many of you can relate to this guy? I know what it feels like. I couldn't sell the product. Never forget, I tell them we have a money-back guarantee, and 2 years later, they ask me for my money back. Here's what I realized. That shouldn't be you. There's nothing wrong with you. I believe you're perfect. I believe you're good enough. You've been designed good enough to succeed at network marketing. Now, I'm going to tell you, do I believe that you should grow? I know that you should grow, and we all must grow, but you're good enough in this industry. The last thing I ever want any one of you to do is to be sitting on the bench all alone figuring, what's wrong with me? I'd watch people come into the organization. They come in 6 months. Maybe I've been in 6 years, and they come in 6 months, and 6 months later, I watch them walk across the stage, and I look at myself, and I'm like, something must be wrong. I believe this industry has created more poor self-images than it has actually lifted the good ones. Because you only hear about these stories. Our goal is to eliminate the lonely bench. That's what our goal is going to do. We're going to eliminate the lonely bench. Nothing wrong with you. I don't care if you hadn't sponsored your first 2 yet. There's nothing wrong with you. I want you to remember this. You're perfect. I want you to repeat it after me. I am perfect. Network marketing is broken. And so I thought of a concept, and I says, instead of trying to fix all of these people and change everyone and create all of these trainings that don't work, because everybody has a good training course, or you have a speaker who has a great training class that they want to sell you, that if they use it themselves, they'd be doing what they're teaching you to do, right? Hey, you need to be fixed. No, you don't. The industry needed to be fixed. And that's exactly what we decided to do. We wanted to solve the right problem. So we said, what if we created a concept where people could be who they are? What if we created a concept where people can actually grow and better themselves, but if we fix the industry, whereas the things that they don't like to do, like selling, we did it for them. The things that they don't like to do, like follow up, we do it for them. And ladies and gentlemen, that's what we've done. Okay? I look at network marketing and I look at it from the standpoint of how standardized testing is. Some of you have heard me tell the story of the fish, the elephant, and the monkey. Standardized tests are very biased, and they're culturally biased, and I say it out loud because if you looked at my test score, my credit score was higher than my SAT scores, and my credit wasn't all that good. But I didn't come from the neighborhoods or come from the culture of the people who created standardized testing, and so I walked in with the deficit. And some of you, you've joined your last company before, and you walked into that company already at a deficit. See, at least at the SAT score, they give you 400 points for spelling your name right. I got that part right. And we said this industry here was designed a little different. Those cultural tests, and let me give you an example of what I mean. You got the fish and the fish, the elephant, and the monkey, and the fish and the elephant monkey are sitting there right in front of the professor, and the professor's trying to do his or her best to make everything equal, knowing that they all come from 3 different elements. So the professor looks at the fish, the monkey, and the elephant, says, hey, listen, here's what we're going to do. To make all things equal, I'm going to grade you by how fast you guys climb the same tree. It's the same tree now, so it's equal for everyone. The fish looks at the professor and says, hold on for a second. If I climb this tree, I'm going to die if I get out of the water. Sorry, it's the same tree. The elephant looks at it and says, hold on for a second. I can knock it over, but if you want me to climb that tree, that's a tall order. Professor says, it's the same tree. The monkey looks, he said, that's what you want me to do? He said, I wake up in the morning and that's what I do. I do it for breakfast. I do it for lunch. I do it for dinner. I do it when I'm bored. I do it when I'm excited. That's all I've got to do is go climb that tree. See, when you've joined some of those companies before, you started off as the elephant or fish. But iBoomerang wasn't designed for the monkey. See, many of these guys here are monkeys. I did ask them to get me a better looking monkey. I said, could you get me Curious George? He said, we couldn't find. Curious George is cute, right? These guys are monkeys. What do I mean? You put them in any company and they're going to succeed. You put them in any company, they're going to go diamond. It doesn't matter what the product is. It doesn't matter what the compensation plan is. It's just what they do. They can sell air. They can sell dirt. They can sell water, dehydrated water. And they'll go black diamond first week, first month. And I learned the skills to become a monkey. That's why I never look at, what's the product? Well, I'm a monkey. I can sell anything. I can sell that camera if it was in network marketing. Doesn't matter. But that's only the 3%. This is why the 97% is full in what I call the MLM graveyard. But iBoomerang was designed for you, the elephant and the fish. It was designed for you. That's what we had in mind when we started this company. I thought the people who were just like me, I don't want you to have to go 7 years only earning about $500 maximum income. You shouldn't have to work that hard. You shouldn't have to read 10,000 books or the number of books that I've read in order to just break even in network marketing. That's old technology. That's backwards. So where are we now? We're in a place where now our boomerang is solving the right problem. What we've done, many of you have seen our pipeline concept. where we laid out a concept that all you got to do is be real steady and do 10 and 2. And I'm not going to train the 10 and 2 philosophy now. You do the 10 and 2, and you can be a diamond and I boomerang. That means that many of you are out there, raise your hands if you feel like you've been one of the fish or you've been one of the elephants. Raise your hands if that's you. See, that's the majority of the people who are here who are the fish and who are an elephant. See, when I got started, I was one of those elephants. I was one of those fish. I wasn't a monkey. I watched those monkeys get involved in the business and shoot to the top, and I'm sitting there on my bench. What's wrong with me? It was just that they didn't have a company or a system that was designed to accommodate me. We've changed that now, boomerang, and you're going to see that.